Hi, it's Lightworker Catherine, otherwise known as Catherine Ransom, and I wanted to give you some tips on how to set up an appointment with me, whether it's for the mentorship or for the healing work. First thing to do is to email me. You can reach me at lightworkercatherine@gmail.com or lightworkercatherine@lightworkercatherine.com. Either's fine. I'll respond back with you and we'll build up a little correspondence where we'll go over when would be a good time for the session to happen, and we'll discuss payment. Once I have received the payment, then we will go ahead with the appointment. Now, if we're doing mentorship, we can have a specific day and a specific time that we agree upon. That being said, it's going to be an hour unless you do back-to-back appointments where you're paying separately for the appointments. And that will stop at the end of that hour. However, with the healing, I don't put a time frame on it. Typically, for most people, for a 7 chakra, it's an hour process for me to get through everything that I do. However, I have had some people take a couple hours, and one person took even 5 hours just to clear everything else. They're a great person, but they've just had a lot of traumas, a lot of places that they needed healing. So they needed a little extra support. And I'm not going to say, 60 months is up. See ya, bye. See me next month. I'll walk through and I'll do the entire process until I don't feel anything anymore. And then at that point in time, I will end it. With the deep healing, that typically takes 3 hours to do. It's a lot more involved and a lot deeper. That being said, just like the typical 1 hour for the 7 chakra can be quite longer, if I have to go over again and again and again until it's completely cleared out, with the deep healing, that can take longer than the 3 hours. I've never seen either go below, whether it was the 1 hour for the 7 chakra or under the 3 hours for the deep healing. But I'm not going to stop because it hits that 1 hour mark or the 3 hour mark. I want to set you up the best as possible. Now keep in mind, no matter who you go to, whether it's a psychiatrist, a counselor, whether it is a support group like AA, whether it is Reiki, shamanism, acupuncture, sound bowls, energy worker, no matter where you go, it's only going to take you 80%. No matter how many years or how many times a week you go to that individual. Because 20% of the work has to be done within you. But the common thread with all these other modalities is they get you to a point where you're not oppressed by your situation, you're not overwhelmed. It's bite-sized pieces that you can chew and digest and work on, whether you're doing your inner child healing, whether you're working on shadow work, going through a trauma, or trying to release your energies for something physical that's happening within your body, that the blockages are creating actual physical issues. But that 20% at least, you're going to need to do work yourself. When I am doing the energy work, whether you are sitting in front of me or you're across the world, you will feel the energetic shifts in your body. You can feel like you're having a detox hangover. You can feel like, even though I'm grounding you a lot, you may feel like you need a lot of extra grounding. You may feel a little disoriented for a little bit. Don't worry, it's not going to last. What's happening is I'm removing. I am taking what I removed, I'm cleaning it up, I'm alchemizing it, and only once it's completely pure, I'm putting it back in your system as divine light, divine love, divine healing, and divine protection. Could be a little bit of a shock if you had a lot of toxicity and it's replaced with something very pure. It could be a situation where you just need a little extra grounding. These are the reasons why I don't want you to be working with machinery or driving a car when I'm doing the work on you. I never know if it's going to take that hour, or if it's going to take longer, or if it's going to take the 3 hours or take longer. But I don't clock out when that time ends when it comes to the healing. I will keep the mentorship to the hour of when the appointment started, because being respectful of people's time. But the healing, I will go a little bit further if it is needed. I want to start you off in a place that you are going to thrive and you will be able to handle it. It'll be manageable for you to handle. I don't want to set up a situation where it's a turnkey and you become codependent on me every month to have to come in and get healing. I've had some people that I did their healing in over a year. They're fine. They're great. They're on cloud 9. They feel like they did after their body acclimated after that first day. Other people, it doesn't last as long. But you have to keep in mind your environment, the people you're around. Are you still in the toxic environment? Even though I removed it and it's not coming back, you can still, if you're still in that environment, you can still pick things up. But even with that, I'm going to give you some tips on how to avoid it from coming back, or at least coming back as quickly. I'd look forward to helping you out, whether it is for that 1 hour phone call or online call, video call, or for scheduling that window of time that I'll be working on doing your energetic clearing. That works for your schedule and works for my schedule, because I really don't want you to, during that time of transition, to be behind a wheel or working heavy machinery. But I will say that I have had people, when I've healed them, they've went to bed for the evening. They were asleep the entire time. When they woke up the next morning, they felt like a different person. I have had people that have helped their kids out with their homework, fixed dinner, watched TV, talked with friends. You have freedom. You don't, just because I am going to be in that state, you don't have to be tied down when I do it. Everyone that I have done the healing, the remote healing, has felt it, the work, when I am doing it. You'll feel the energy changes. I bring it in. I blend the old and the new in a smooth fashion to make it the easiest as possible for you. But I also do it for maximizing the efficiency and effectiveness, because I want to empower you so you can be able to do this for yourself. That all being said, you're wanting to schedule an appointment with me. It's simply emailing me to start the conversation off. at lightworkercatherine@gmail.com or lightworkercatherine@lightworkercatherine.com. We'll start the process rolling for setting up the appointment for you. Have a blessed day. Bye.